think. Let me see. How do I do this now? Do 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 do. Okay, there you are. Are you here now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, yay! I had to bring you in from the green room.
The green. I
Yes.
saw that. Nice.
I'm like, that's so cool. Okay. Yeah, it cost me some money, so it better have. Good gosh. But anyway,
I know that's right.
so this is Beyond the Panel, which is the one-on-one conversation format where we get to know the person behind the Beyond Goodbye. So I like to start with Beyond the Panel exists as a quieter space. It's not about like discussion or debate or audience understanding. It's simply a moment to slow down and get to know the woman behind the story. This conversation isn't about explaining what happened to you. It's not about finding the meaning or the lesson or the silver lining. It's about honoring your experience in your own words at your own pace. There's no pressure to be strong, no expectations to have clarity, and no need to share anything that you don't want to. This is a space just to witness you beyond the role, beyond the loss, beyond what people see from the outside. So, that's what this is about. So, if you want to just take a deep breath, we can, and then we can just, okay. So, we'll get started. You need anything before we get started?
Nope, I have it all.
Okay. All right. So, the first question, and when you when I ask you the first question, always state your name and who you are. So this question is: before we talk about anything else, can you tell me a little about you, who you are, and in your own words?
Sure. So I am Dr. Nkeiru Braxton. I am a proud DC native. I am someone who lives with intention. I am a mother. I'm a partner. I'm a healer. I'm also a woman that has learned myself through experience, not distance or theory. I move thoughtfully. I listen deeply. And I don't show up halfway in my life or my relationships. I value honesty, accountability, and emotional integrity.
Mm, love that.
And I've earned my voice, my boundaries, and my discernment. That is who I am.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. Love that. So you got to go a little bit deeper into that, like especially the emotional part that you were talking about just now. Like, I don't think people realize how big emotions are and how they actually can like manage your life. How have you moved through your emotions when it comes to your story?
With grace.
Yes.
I'll start by saying, with grace.
Yes. Okay.
Over my journey, I have moved through emotions at times negatively. And I honor that
Yes.
because
Yes.
that propelled me to a space of holding space in a more positive and productive manner for self. And in doing that, I was able to transmute emotions for others to also hold a safe space for me. That journey was long, it was hard. I'm still in it. And I definitely had to always use the example of growing something. When we place a seed in soil, it is doing two things simultaneously. Seeds develop by both light and dark at the same time. You cannot have one without the other. So, with that being said, I had to fully embrace my darkness and my light without feeling the need to shame one or the other, without feeling the need to hide one or the other, and doing it in a way that I did it publicly.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, like because I was just thinking about this probably about a week or so ago how people fear the darkness. And I'm like, why do we fear the darkness when we don't even realize that's where everything is planted? That's where everything is processed. That's where we learn the most about ourselves, if you really want to be technical. And a lot of people don't realize that. Like, they try to like push it away or not want to feel it or different things like that. And I'm like, that's where I found me. Like, that's where I found me, and I know that is where you found yourself. Like, it can be heavy, yes, but it's definitely something that we all go through. But so many of us don't realize that, like you said, without the darkness and without the light, like, you have to have both in order for either growth to come through of some kind, um, in order to get the knowledge. I mean, just it's to me, the darkness is everything. And I was like looking at this one thing where I always tried to figure out why white was purity and why darkness was evil or not well, like not good. And I never, to me, I feel like the darkness is purity because that's where so much comes from to me. I don't know. That's just my thinking.
Yeah. I can definitely relate to you. Just briefly, in my experience with talking to people, it really goes back way past Christianity, but it's very closely connected to Christianity, where you have the darkness being evil and something you should shy away from, whereas the light represented white and it was pure, the thing you want it to be. It was of God, like God, right?
Yeah,
And so I always tell people I had the hardest time in the light
yeah,
because the light is where you are exposed. The light is where you become your most vulnerable. The light is where everyone witnesses you. For me, being in darkness, oh my gosh, I could completely fall apart.
yeah,
I could completely come undone without prejudice, without someone's prying eyes, without someone reposting me on social media, without someone asking me who I was, why was I doing this. I could let go. In darkness, I found stillness, I found breath, I found me. Like you said, I found me because I had no need to be performative.
yes,
I had no need to have a care. I just surrendered. And with that darkness, I was able to build what I wanted to represent in the light.
oh my gosh, that is amazing. I love that. I love that. I love exactly what you said. You wanted to, oh,
Yeah,
you got
and
me over here
we're,
about to like tear up just because, I mean, like,
yeah,
I don't think many people realize what the darkness holds. We look at, we see things. I mean, the way we were taught in indoctrinated and programmed to believe that darkness was bad, it's so weird to me. But yeah,
but they taught us that because they, for people of color especially, they knew that that was where our magic lies, in the
yes,
darkness. That is who we are. We're in a womb.
yes,
It's not lit up by light.
yes,
Your magic, you ever want to know your magic, you go in the dark. And you don't have to look for yourself. Yourself will find you. Every part of yourself, your inner child, that girl at 4, the woman at 54, and you're 32. All of you is going to meet you in the dark. They knew that.
Yes.
So they had to tell us it was bad. It was evil. Run from it. Don't entertain it. Why? Because they didn't want us to believe in ourselves.
Yes.
That is how they broke our communities, by
Yes.
having us always be in light.
Yes. I love that. Girl, you was hitting some good stuff. I love it. Um, all right. Well, to segue into your next one, let's see. It's basically when you think about what you've been through, right? What part of your experience feels most misunderstood by others? And I'm thinking that it could be the darkness, but then again, I don't know. I'm waiting to see what you got.
That's a good question. And I thought about this one very long and very hard because so much jumped out at me. But I
Okay.
was able to kind of narrow it down. I would say the most I felt misunderstood is how complex my lived experience is. People often want a simple narrative or clearly defined labels, and my life just hasn't worked that way. Um, I've had to hold a lot at once. I've had to make hard decisions, and I've had to navigate situations where there wasn't like a perfect or even a clear answer. There was no clear line or path. I've had to literally be an architect in my own life, and at times pull out all the tools and like design a road, right?
Mm, 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 mm. Yeah.
That complexity definitely shaped how I saw the world, and why I'm now careful, why I'm now observant, and why I'm slow to judge.
And that discernment is another probably piece in that too. Yeah. Yeah.
So most understood is that I'm an onion. I don't know of one once and not reach another layer.
Yeah.
You know, onions are multifaceted in that they continue to display layers we thought we've cut into, and no. And with each layer of the onion you cut, I don't know about you, but them tears get to coming.
Yes.
They don't stop, right?
I
I'm an
love
onion.
that. I love that.
I'm an onion.
I
The
love
further
that
you get,
analogy.
the
Yeah, that wow. Cuz I used to always say it's like a banana. But you're right. Like it's like an onion. I think an onion is a better description of it because like you said the tears flow. And oh my gosh, that's amazing. I like that. I like the way you kind of put
yeah,
that together. Yeah. All right. So how was your inner world? How has your inner world changed since this experience, even in a small or quiet ways? And I know it. I'm sure you have had big ways. I'm sure there's been small ways. I'm sure there's been quiet ways, loud ways. I mean, all kinds of ways that your life has changed through this experience.
definitely, definitely. I would say that the biggest way it has changed is that my inner world, and meaning the universe inside of me, um, is more quieter and more grounded. What I mean by that is that I pause now
Mm,
before I react,
yeah.
which is odd to me because feeling all that I feel, I want to react so bad.
Yeah.
I want to react, right?
Yep.
But I pause. I've found grace in pause. I've found beauty in pause. Um, because of that, I pay attention to my body, my instincts, and what feels true instead of what looks good.
Mm, I like that.
I trust myself more, even when that means letting people, roles, or expectations that no longer fit my narrative go. Um, I'm more present. Um, I'm definitely more honest and transparent with myself and I've become less interested in pretending.
I like that. I like that. Okay. So, what? So I guess the next thing is like, what do you find yourself carrying now that you didn't carry before?
Yeah, this was the question that I wanted to run and get the tissue for.
Oh.
Um, yeah. Um, and it's odd because I was already on this road mentally, but not walking in it until losing one of the greatest gifts I've been given, which was my son.
Mm,
Um, so I would say with this experience, I carry a deeper sense of responsibility to live consciously. I am more aware of the weight of choice,
mm,
words, and silence.
mm. Yeah, I love the
I
silence
also,
part.
yeah, something, we'll get to that. Silence is golden.
Yeah.
I also carry a strong sense of compassion, especially for others who are navigating things that they don't quite know how to name yet. And I carry a strength that came from having to stand in my own truth when it was so uncomfortable and so misunderstood.
Yes.
Um, the the gift in the lost was me choosing authenticity now and not when I fully heal, and not when the weather is better, and not when I have built the circle of friends that I want, and not when my partner gets on board, not when my children are doing better. I chose it now because I get to do that. I get to have it now.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. Hmm. Okay. Okay. That's amazing. Like I see this. So okay, and I know this is off the topic of what we were, but before this happened, what what were you? How was I'm not going to say how was life. I'm trying to figure out the right question. But what did you I guess how do I say this? Hold on, let me slow down.
Okay.
Let me slow down.
Nope.
Um, the person you were before this happened. What is the difference? This is what I was trying to say. What is the
Yeah.
biggest difference? And like you did talk about some of this, of course, but what is the one of the biggest differences between the person you were before the loss hit versus where you are now? Now I know that you said discernment and different things like that, but what is one of the biggest things that what is one of the biggest changes?
I would say the biggest radical change that I have had is the strength and the desire to just be me.
Yeah.
I am, before all of this, oh my gosh, I found myself everywhere people pleasing,
Mm,
whether that was a job relationship, um, a mother and child relationship, um, friendships, even my own marriage.
mm,
Found myself not only people pleasing but dimming my lights, shrinking to make others comfortable. In a way, I was killing myself.
Mm.
I was losing I lost myself. And with my son's passing, oh my, I was not prepared for the reality check of, you know what? You are going to die too.
Mm. Yeah.
And your time here on this earth, you don't know when it's up in this body. And all those things that you talk about, all those things that you cry over, all those things that you put offerings on your altars for, you wake up and do it now because no day is
Mm.
promised.
Yes.
And so it gave me the absolute courage to say, you know what? I do know me. And the way that I'm living is not who I am. And I am willing to risk it all, bet it all on me. Because for me to have the experience that I want to have spiritually, recognizing that I'm a spirit being in this human vessel and that there is a certain path I must get on so that I don't have to come here again to repeat this.
Yeah.
I can move on the another essence of myself, which is my purpose, my goal. I got to do me now. And
Yes.
if that hurts some, if that has someone questioning who I am, guess what? I've done my job.
Yes.
Because I had to learn in my son's death, it was never about me or anyone else. It is always about you versus yourself, you mastering self. You are masterpiece, mastering peace.
Yes.
Nothing matters except for you. We
Yes.
are not here to someone else. We are here to be on our own journeys.
Yes. I agree.
Got to get back to really honoring that, really empowering ourselves in that, and really realigning with the gift that we are. We're not here to just be mere humans.
Absolutely.
We're goddesses, and we have a job and a purpose, and it's not to be a doctor, a lawyer, a social worker. It is to be the medicine. You are the medicine, and you are the altar. You are
Absolutely.
your job, your first everything.
Absolutely. And okay, so I want to know your opinion on this. Um, on this one sentence, and it says someone else's transition can be someone else's resurrection. Is that something that you kind of agree with?
I do. I believe in it earnestly, and I believe in it twofold. We are to do work individually. However, also have the responsibility to do it collectively because that is when folks like us can bore witness to what we've done and then find the mirror within themselves to then do the job they need to do for themselves. However, there's a second witness that I think so many of us forget about,
Who's that?
and that is us witnessing ourselves. Mirror work goes beyond sitting in front of a mirror doing shadow work,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Absolutely.
For me, mirror work, the best shadow work has happened in me witnessing others receive me and in me witnessing how I don't have certain trauma responses when I am in community, when I am faced with the very thing that used to tear me down. So we have to really get back to the realization that we are so powerful that things are not happening to us. They're happening for us. And once we make that connection, we'll realize that we are our own witnesses. We
Yes.
are that big
Yes.
that we witness and experience ourselves individually, alone, in isolation, but also in front of others. You are always with yourself. You are the biggest relationship you will ever have.
And when I
And if
say
you're
that, ooh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. But when I
if
say
your
that,
relationship
go ahead.
isn't there, you won't.
Say
But
that
go
one more
ahead. I
time.
want to know
No,
what you.
say that one more time. Go ahead. Because I didn't, it kind of cut
If
you off a little bit.
yeah, if your relationship with self isn't there, you can't really build a relationship anywhere else because your self is always going to come back to you. We serve as mirrors for each other.
Yes. Yes. I was just
Yeah.
going to piggyback with that and basically say I say that all the time that the best relationship is the one between you and you. Because once that relationship is set in stone, but it can be, it can kind of move around every once so often, but when that one is kind of set in stone, like nothing, your boundaries are set, everything is kind of set. You're not going to let people do certain things that you would have done before you found that relationship with self and self. You're not going to let people talk to you the way that you may have before. It's just that relationship with self and self is just, it is the most important relationship that you can have, just like you said. So yes, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, that is a whole conversation with itself, but one that we as people of color, men and women, children even, need to have because it is going to take us where we need to go.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Can't have without you. If you can't walk with you, boo, who else gonna walk with you?
Yeah.
Even your ancestors have a job,
Man.
and trust and believe that they are there. They are waiting for us to access them. They
They are.
want us to reach to them. However, baby, I intact with you. How they gonna be intact with you?
Absolutely.
It's of having faith of a mustard seed. It's that thing of, how Christians say God only help those who help themselves.
Hmm.
I'm a person that took what I could from something, even if it came from a place I didn't necessarily believe in wholeheartedly. But that thing always stuck with me. Faith of a mustard seed, and God help those who help themselves is true. It's so very true.
It is.
And you are unto you.
Yes.
So be, and everything else will fall in place. Like you find your manifestation, you find your gifts in yourself. We're all born with a toolbox.
Yes.
I believe it. And everything you need to navigate your said life has those tools in it.
Absolutely.
Open
I
your
agree.
toolbox.
I agree.
In the,
Everything.
in the, you know?
I do.
Yeah.
Everything you're saying is absolutely on point. Like really. All right. So I guess the last question that we have is, what do you wish people knew about you beyond what they assume from your story?
Okay. I wish people knew that I'm more than what they assume from my story. I'm thoughtful, capable of joy, and I'm deeply connected to life. Even when it's complicated, I wish they knew that I'm not looking to be fixed. I don't want to be safe, and I don't want to be reduced to a moment or an experience. I want to be seen as a whole person who is actually still growing, still doing the work, still choosing myself, and still unbecoming
Ooh.
while having the space, the care, the nurture to do that same thing for someone else.
Mm. Girl, you spitting today. Yes, that is absolutely amazing. I just, I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm so proud of you. I would say that because I know that is such a heavy thing to move through, and it's a language that only, you know, those who have been through that truly understand. And for you to even accept this, um, being a panelist, like it just made my heart like so like full. Um, and I've been trying to do things like this for the longest time, and I was so scared to, and I have no idea why, but I was just so nervous about doing things like this because I felt like people weren't ready for conversation. But then I'm like, they have to be ready, like because these conversations are healing. These conversations are ways to show people the depth of a person and not necessarily the surface. That's why I call it beyond the surface. Like, because we look at everything so surface level until we truly get tapped into somebody or something. That's when we see it, and that's when all judgment can be released, honestly. Like, if you look at the whole race thing, you know, we always think that race is about black and white, but it's truly not. It goes way deeper than that. And this is why I'm like, beyond the surface just kind of hit me so much because most of us looks surface level. We don't look deeper into things, um, and see how we can learn from them and not necessarily find the bad in everything, because there's good and bad in everything. I mean, there something comes out of it. I mean, but we don't always see that. And I think for me, this kind of helped me when I come up with things like this. It helps me release my own judgment around things. So now that I have to go deeper and I can see deeper and I can listen to stories like yours and the other four panelists, and the honorees that are also going to be there, just to kind of you know allow them to the honorees are actually, um, my cousins that I'm going to, because they've also lost their sons, um, and
Mm.
I just want them to know how, um, loved they are, and like I just I don't know, I'm just so grateful for you, for your love, for your acceptance. And I just want to say, like, thank you for, you know, um, just coming here and being here and saying yes to sharing your story. So I guess, I don't know. Do you have anything else, like anything you want, to add to anything?
Just wanted to thank you. Thank you for continuing to support my journey, for continuing to believe in me when I haven't believed in myself. You always reach out to me at a moment where that sabotage
Mm,
is happening.
yeah.
So without you knowing, you have been a huge accountability person in my life. So I
Wow.
appreciate you, and
Wow.
I thank you for that. You've been that for me. You always show up when I've been in the dark a little too long.
Mm, gosh, you
So
making me
thank
want
you.
to cry.
Yeah, you were right on time the other day, and I say that because um, my son, who I lost, his birthday was December 5th,
Yeah.
and right after Thanksgiving, up until that day you reached out to me, I was a little gone,
Yeah. I get that.
and I got a little too comfortable being in it, and so when you reached out, it was like, oh. Someone sees me and they see me from afar.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the connection.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for being a light for me, even without you even knowing. That's how I know
Yeah.
that it's sincere and real.
I mean,
Um,
and the crazy thing is, like, yes, we have met virtually, but we haven't met physically yet. And
you would never.
just exactly, and the power that's behind all of that, just the and the connection that's behind all of that is just amazing. Because I never thought that that was possible. Like, I always thought you had to be physically in front of somebody in order to feel their power, but like, it's
We're
definitely.
energetic. We don't need that. Like, and the more you ties back to the relationship with yourself. The more in tune you are with yourself, the further you're able to cast your energy. So the fact that you're able to reach me and we haven't met in person lets me know, lets my central nervous system know that I'm safe to interact with you
Absolutely. And vice
because
versa.
no, it's not for me. They can't reach me. I get not one subliminal message, not one inbox on Facebook, Instagram, nowhere. You can't reach me
Yeah.
because I'm divinely covered.
Come on.
So I know that your protection space for me.
Yeah. Thank you
And
for
I
that.
serve, that for you.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
reciprocity.
Absolutely. Oh, I love it. I
And
love it.
the thing I tell you, I don't know why, but Spirit told me to tell you, like, there are so many things that you want to do. And you hold on to them. And Spirit told me to tell you, do it.
Do it.
That comes to your mind is given to you because it is yours to have. Whatever visions you hold them because only you can give them life. You are being used because there are people who need the gifts that you possess. And only you can bring these things to fruition.
Thank you.
You are
Received.
beautiful and you have something to give. Please give it because even myself have greatly benefited from what you've given.
Thank you. Like, honestly, thank you for that. Because I have really been in that place of self doubt, honestly. And I've been really trying to figure all of this stuff out. And I guess that's what we're doing here is trying to figure everything out. Um, but I think sometimes I'm too critical of myself. Like, do I have this right? Do I have that right? And I said, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just going to do things. And who shows up. Who doesn't, and that's how I'm basing everything now. Like, I've definitely changed. I've changed a lot where I used to care about what people thought. And I used to care how many people show up, how many people don't. And I'm at that stage now where I'm like, no, this has to get out. Like, I can't hold it any longer. I can't because, like you said, spirit is like, hello, I'm over here. Like, come on, let's
Mhm.
move. So I thank you for that confirmation. I truly appreciate that from the bottom of my heart because I needed that. I needed that in
Yeah.
this moment because these last couple of days have been me wrestling with myself. What if? What if? What if not? And yeah, I'll let you speak.
Spirit just told me to tell you there are some things that you want to do. And the key thought has been, well, why am I doing this? How am I directly tied to this? They told me to tell you that they've asked you to do it because they want you to be a remembrance that when you do things, you're not just healing yourself and you're not just healing people that you see, you are also healing them.
Mm,
So
wow.
some of the things that you set out to do are to benefit them.
Yeah.
Our
Mm-hmm.
folks are not here living form, but they are still here. And they still desire to be whole and well like us. And so we carry some of that burden. We carry some of that weight and that accountability to not only be on our own journey for us, but for them.
Yeah.
We are healing a bloodline.
Girl, I just did a whole um like a 2 minute clip on what DNA is and how the blood, like, we don't truly understand the blood that's running through our veins, and how, like, we are the prayers that, and all of the things that they had to go through in order to get us to this space. Like, so many people don't realize the blood that is truly running through their veins, and the only way that blood is running through their veins is because those people made it through. If it wasn't for them making it through, we wouldn't have the blood that I just, I'm gonna have to post that video, because I was
Yeah.
just, it was truly about us not realizing the blood that we truly have inside of us, and what that truly means. Like, it means a lot from our ancestors. Like, our ancestors, for me, they are huge, a huge part of what I
Yeah.
do. um and I that's, I always say my spirit team, but my ancestors are a part of that spirit team. Like, and I don't
Yes.
understand how we've gotten past this whole ancestral thing, like, where, you know, we don't really honor them. Like, I make sure that, listen, like, hey, ancestors, spirit team, higher self, whatever, um,
Mm,
that I give my ancestors their props, honestly. And
definitely.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, okay, I really, like, I know this has hit me and it's given me empathy, but as a mom, it hasn't hit me. So why am I wanting to share that message that, the panelists have together? I just, I was like, where did this come from? But
Hmm.
like you said, like, it's not, and that's such a good statement. It's not only healing the people physically here, it's also healing our ancestors, and that right there, that hits.
Yeah,
That hits.
definitely. Like a lot of the things we even go through as far as like our trauma stories
Yeah,
wasn't even our stuff.
yeah, yeah,
It was stuff, right?
yeah.
So if we can see it in that essence, why can't we see that the good stuff we do also greatly benefits and impacts them?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Gosh, and just to
Yeah.
think of all the shit that our ancestors have been through to
Whew.
get us here, to get us to
Hmm.
this point here, and just think of what we're doing now to get our future lineage to where, I mean, it's
Yep.
just, we could go so deep into this conversation, because I do love my ancestors, like, and I know that
Yes.
I am here because of them, for, the physical part of that and everything. But yeah, that was big for me. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I do, because I did question it. I was like, why? But I
Hmm.
but I know it was something. And then to make this the first one, like, that says
Yeah.
something too. Um, yeah,
The best of us always question our gifts and abilities.
I agree. I agree.
But we've been, you know,
Yeah,
little piece of that brokenness, it sticks around. And that's okay.
yeah,
That's okay. We have folks in our life that say, hey, got a message for you. Here's your confirmation. Keep going. Keep pouring into you. It's okay to have those moments.
yeah, yeah.
We're human. It's never just going to go away.
Nope.
It is how we operate and deal with it moving forward once we feel it. Because
That
please feel it.
that part.
Please honor your whole space for that.
That part.
Please get like, maybe you're right.
Yeah,
Because no, your spirit team, your living beings, they coming for you and they're gonna pick you back up.
yeah. appreciate
Yeah.
that. I appreciate that so much.
Appreciate.
I don't think you understand how much that just hit me. And now when I watch this, I'm probably going to end up crying, but I'm trying not
Oh,
to. Oh, well, I just truly want to say thank you. And don't leave, but I'm just ending it with the thank you for trusting this space and for sharing what you felt comfortable with sharing, of course. This conversation wasn't meant to explain you or define you. It was simply meant to honor your experience exactly as it is. What you've lived through doesn't need to make sense to anyone else, of course. And it doesn't need to turn into something meaningful or inspirational understanding. Your truth stands on its own. So I just want to say thank you for allowing yourself to be seen, beyond the panel, beyond the
Yeah.
story, beyond what people often ask you to carry. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I just ended the recording. So I mean, girl, whew,
That was amazing.
it says it's ending the recording. So let me see what's happening here. I hope I don't mess this up.